Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Automation with Arnav. Hello, I am Arnav. Hope you guys are doing very well. So today I am going to discuss about TestNG with Selenium. So TestNG is very important while you are using Selenium or APM or Vinium. Okay, so these are very TestNG. Not these are TestNG is very important while we are creating a framework or we are writing a automation script using Selenium or all these things. So what is TestNG? First is that what is TestNG. So before going to the start, so this video, if you have an idea what is TestNG and how you can implement that, it's fine, okay. But the people who are new to this automation field, test automation, or you don't have idea, you are starting your career with automation, so this is very important that you should know about TestNG. So you can hear that TestNG. So what is TestNG? TestNG is an automation testing framework. And what is NG? NG means next generation, okay. And this TestNG is very much inspired by JUnit, which stands for Java unit test, and another is for NUnit, which is for C#. Okay, so in TestNG they are make this TestNG. In TestNG actually they are following so many things like which is available in JUnit and NUnit, and what they did extra, they remove the disadvantage of JUnit and NUnit and design the TestNG in such a way so that it can help to build our end-to-end test automation test cases, okay, using while we are using TestNG. So in my screen you guys can see that while we are using TestNG with Selenium code, suppose you have a Selenium code, it can give you a very good flavor like that HTML report, which is not available in Selenium or APM. It can give you a logs, detail log, which will be very helpful, okay. And it can give you the test count and all details, that how many test cases you run, total test cases, how many failed, how many you have skipped, and all of these things, okay. So this is TestNG is very useful, and also you can use the assertion, okay, using TestNG. So next is that why TestNG with Selenium? So that is the main question. Why should not we use JUnit? Okay, so why test cases? Why TestNG actually? So first point is that report generation, as I already mentioned, that it's very important because report is one of the key thing, because you cannot share your log or your you cannot create something like that in a Excel. You can create, you have to create manually if you don't have anything report, something auto generated report or something like that. Okay, these many test cases I have run. Suppose you are running more than 500 test cases, so you have to keep track of each and every test cases, why how many test cases failed and all of these things, okay. So this is very hectic task for our people that to track everything manually, so that's why it's very helpful. Next is that you can create a group of multiple test cases, similar test cases. Suppose you have a test cases of 500 plus test cases, and in all of that, among that you need you have a 200 cases which you will run for regression, and 50 test cases you will run for smoke, so that you can categorize the test cases and you can make a small group or big group also, and you can run based on the group using the TestNG. It's very helpful. Also you can set the priorities also, okay, for a test cases. It's not like that one by one it will run, based on your priority it will run actually, okay. And also another thing, very important thing, is that you don't have to write any loops or anything to run same test cases multiple times, okay. Next is that there is an option that you can run cross browser, actually multiple test cases in multiple browsers. This is a very good thing actually. And also it can be easily integrated with Maven, Jenkins. It has multiple annotations to control and those are very easy actually to do, control the test actually. Using the annotations you can control those things. You can achieve parallel testing using TestNG. That's one of the very important thing. And also it can automatically caught the exception, and without terminating the full test case, you are running a lot of test cases together, suppose 100 test cases together, it will not terminating the test and it will skip, okay. Or if we caught the exception, it will handle that one, okay, and it will mention that one as a failed step in your report or failed test cases. So this is why we are using TestNG with Selenium. Now we will see that step-by-step guide to start your journey with TestNG. Then we will see that how we can use Selenium with TestNG. So today I'll show you that from the scratch how you can start your journey with TestNG using IntelliJ, not using Eclipse. Yes, I know that Eclipse is widely used, but current days IntelliJ performs better. So in my experience, I have seen that mostly people are preferring IntelliJ. That's why in my video I'm trying to use IntelliJ and trying to show you this how you can use IntelliJ for your code, for your writing code, or for your automation. Okay, so here how you can start using TestNG. So if you just go to file, then create new project. Okay, so go to new project. Okay, just try to create a project TestNG tutorials. Okay, it will be a Java project, it will be a build system, it will be Maven. You can use Gradle also if you want. Just click on create. So I want a new window, that's why it will be opening a new window. So it has been created. Okay. Now whole folder structure it will get created automatically, and that very good thing for IntelliJ is it will create the project in a structure that you want in a Maven. It will follow the default Maven archetype, so that it can create the project in a Maven format. Okay, next is that I'll create a, you don't have to do anything. Okay, before that one, okay, one more thing. So go to file, go to settings, go to the plugins. Okay, search for in the marketplace, search for TestNG if it is not installed. Okay, so here it will not show because it is already installed for my system. Okay, just try to install this one. Okay, that I'll create. There is no option like that. You can find the various tutorial in internet that you can create direct TestNG classes, but I didn't find any option in IntelliJ such like that. You can, because there is nothing special about in TestNG classes. Okay, so it's a Java class just like that. So here in IntelliJ you can create a Java class. Suppose okay, and you can write the method here using the test annotation which is from TestNG. Okay, and you can run this class as a whole TestNG class, or you can run that particular method. Okay, so this is the steps actually for you. So just install the Java in your system. First install the Java, install the IntelliJ, open the IntelliJ. First install the bundle, TestNG bundle from the settings. Okay, I'll write all these steps in the video description. You will find the steps in the video description. Next is that create a Java project using Maven build system. Okay, if you want, if you have an idea on Gradle, you can use Gradle also. So it will create the project in a Maven following the Maven default archetype. Then create a Java class. Okay, then write a method. Okay, then what I am giving that the annotations, which is the main key thing for TestNG. Okay, and this is also very important for JUnit also. Using these annotations we are controlling actually the automation thing. Okay, how we can control actually using these annotations, we can give the which method is a test method. Okay, there are various types of annotations are available. Okay, and we have to use those annotations based on our requirement. @test. So if you don't have idea that what is annotation, please read some article, or you can just have some check in Google. And for here, if you want to add an annotation, you have to add @, and after that you have to give the annotation name, and this annotation placed in the just top of the any method. Okay, just like this. Why it is giving red error? Because it's not able to understand what it is. It cannot resolve the symbol. That's why it's giving a compilation error. Okay, so in IntelliJ, as it is already installed, the bundle is already installed in my system, so it is expecting that it will be it can be a TestNG method, TestNG annotations actually. So that's why it is showing me the thing, add TestNG to the class path. Okay, if I click on that one, it will take some time. Okay, what it will do in the POM, in the Maven POM, if you don't have any idea on what is Maven build system, so I'm just giving that Maven is a build system. Using this Maven, you can just control you can make a proper structure of your code base, and you can it can be used just like that. You don't have to download all the jars, and you don't have to place all the jars in your system, so it will be a very bad practice. So Maven will control everything. You have to give the dependencies, add the dependencies in your POM file. This is a settings file actually, to configuration file, you can say configuration XML file, from where you can control these things, which jar or which dependencies, which libraries you need for your code. So those things we are writing here, we are mentioning here. So there is a central repository is available for Maven, public repository is available for your, if you are working for any company. So sometimes the companies, they are making their own repository, own private repository, and you have to use that one. So if you give the dependency name and all these things, details, so it will automatically download based on that information. It will download and add automatically into your class path all the libraries it will add. Okay, here if you just expand this one, external libraries, you can see that this TestNG has been added here. Okay, so for this one you can see that I didn't add anything manually, but once you I just click on here, from here I add that one, that add TestNG in my class path, so it will automatically add all the required details in the POM file, and it compile the project. Again, it compile the project and it build the project actually, so that it can be resolved. So my ID take care everything of what is required. Okay, now I'll write something here. System. This is let's run this one. Okay, so if you just place your cursor inside the TestNG the method which is annotated with test. Okay, so if you right click on that one, you can automatically get option that run that particular method, as it is already have that annotation test. Okay, otherwise if you have multiple test method, I'll show you that how you can control that one. Okay, if you directly you can run like that, just again I'm showing that, place your cursor like inside that method which having the test annotation, right click on that one, you will get the option that run that method actually. If you click on that one, and you can also find that the debug option also. In the console you can see that this is my first TestNG method, it has been printed. Now I'll show that if you have a multiple method. Okay, see, if my cursor is here, it's giving me giving option that I can run this one as a class, whole class means as a TestNG class, because it doesn't contains that main method. Okay, and as we all know that without main method we cannot run any class, but using this test we can run. Okay, using this TestNG method. Okay, we can run this whole class, tutorial 1. Otherwise, and if I place my cursor like inside any method, it will give me that option. My second method, because I have just placed I right clicked on my mouse when my mouse pointer was placed inside the my second method, and if I just right click here, it will give me this option. Okay, actually this is a very good flavor of IntelliJ. That's why I am preferring these days IntelliJ very much, okay, instead of using Eclipse. So that's why this is a very good thing, as you guys can see that. And I have mentioned when I was discussing about TestNG that one of the key thing is that priority. You can set the priority after the annotations. You can mention the priority like this. Default priority is 0, okay. You can mention this one as a 2, and I can mention this one as a 1. So what it will do that for, it will run this one first as the priority for this one. This method, my second method, is 1, and after that, following that method, it will run this one because I have given this method priority as a 2. I have mentioned this one. So let's, now I cannot run a single method. I have to run this one as a whole because I have to run this class as a TestNG class. Okay, so what I will do that in the blank, in a anywhere in the class, not inside any method, we can run like this, okay. If I am run this class as a TestNG class, it will run all the methods. All the methods means that all the methods which having the test annotations, or it will run all the methods, okay. So you can see that, and also it is giving a output here also, total test run 2, passes 2, failure 0, skip 0. In the console only you can get an idea and you can get an overview of your test results, okay. This is the flavor of TestNG actually. That's why it's very much required while we are doing the automation, because we are not writing the development like of code actually. We need these results actually, test results. So you can, okay, sorry, you can see that it's run first the second method as I have given the priority number 1 and this one as a second, okay. And now I'll show you how you can control this one. Just here, click on this one, open edit configuration, go to the edit configurations, okay. You can select your class test. It's already showing that it's as a TestNG because you have already downloaded all the bundles and all, okay. Next, here you can control that as a class, as a method, as a group, as a suite, as a pattern, how you want to run this one, okay. This is another option you can use here, okay. If you choose method, it will automatically show all the methods available, okay. That there is a 2 methods, you can choose the methods, and the very easiest process is that just right click on this one and use this one, okay. Now I will show you guys that all the other annotations TestNG have, okay. These are the list of annotation TestNG have, and I will show you guys that how you can use and what is the purpose of using all of these annotations, okay. So first is that there is an option that's before test. So what it is, so before test is that if you need a test method, a thing actually you can say that it should require to run before test class, before test anything, okay. So it will run before test, okay, and after test is just like that. If you need anything, it should run after test, it will run like that for after test. Before groups, if you have a group, okay, just I have mentioned that if you have a group of smoke test, if you have a group with sanity test or regression test, if you need any particular anything, that it should run before your smoke test run. Just like that, I can give you an idea that if you have idea on cucumber hooks, okay, or anything like that, it should run before your test should start working. So on that time you can use this before groups, or if you have any other particular group, suppose like that you have a group of, you have a scenario that you are testing a website which have a login scenarios, that's a group actually. If before running the login scenarios you need to use any authentication purpose, or if you need any particular thing to be read from Excel or any other external files, you can use this before groups or any after groups also. And before class is that each and every current class you are mentioning, the TestNG class, before the class invoked, you can use this before class and after class. And there is a last one is that, not last, the second last, the before method. If you need anything to be run each and every test method you can use this method. Okay, and last one is that the test, which is the main thing. Okay, where you will write your the automation code. Suppose if first I'll start with the before test. Okay, already come before test method. Same like that. Test. Okay. I run this one as a class. TestNG class. So you can see that in the log. So before running this test methods, I'm mentioning test methods, doesn't consider that one each and every method as a test, single test. It will consider this one as a whole test when you will run this one as a TestNG class, because this is your test. This is a single test. Inside that one there is a part test. A part method is done with different business logic validation or different automation thing. Okay, so that's why it considered as a whole thing. When you will run this one not as a method, particular method, you will run as a TestNG class, you will need to run this one as a test, before test. Same thing like that. And if you have a before method, so many people they are getting confused with before test and before method. Before method is meant for to run for before all the test method. Okay, now if I run this one, see what will happen. So in the log you can see that first it's run the before test method, then it run before each test method, then based on the priority it's run the second method, then after each method, then again before each test method. Because as you guys can see that the if you mention at the any method with the tag before method or after method, it will run before each and every test method and after each and every test method. Okay, next is that if you have a group, okay, let's create group test. You can mention multiple groups actually. Okay, I'm giving this one as a smoke. This one. And these are the attributes of tags. Okay, you can give the comma and you can write other thing like priority. Okay, Let's see what will happen. And if I mention here mention the group, okay, before which group you want to you can have multiple groups, and also you can have a multiple before method which having the tag before groups, after groups, okay. Let's see, first it's run the test method, then it run the group test, then each and every method, then third, because third method doesn't have any, so it will consider as a default 0, that's why it's run first, okay, then after each, before each, my first, okay. So when it run the group, you mentioned the group thing here, the group, when it's run the group, it's run the group thing, okay. So when you run that one, that group actually, so that's the flavor of this thing. So this is how you can use the group actually, okay. So you have a group of this one, that a third and first, okay. So third and first, then it run it, you have to see the after group and the before group, okay. Next is that there is a after suit and before suit. This will I'll not show now this one, because when I'll show in my next video how to use the TestNG XML file, means the configuration file, I'll show that one, and also the before class and after class. When you will have the multiple class, you can use this one, you can see this one, okay, you can understand that one actually. So TestNG XML, just like that, I can give you an idea here. So there will be a configuration XML file where if you have multiple TestNG classes, how you can control those classes, okay. And if you need anything to run before that particular class, suppose you have a class of consists of a login class, a home page class, a dashboard class, suppose like that, okay. So you, and which class contains the business logic or business test methods, actually the automation test methods. So before you, if you want to run anything particular before login class run, before home class run, so those kind of thing, okay. So now in this video I didn't discuss anything about how you can use Selenium here, but this is mainly thing for TestNG, how can you use TestNG. This is a very basic overview of TestNG. If you want a very deep down in TestNG, if you need those kind of video, please do comment on this video that what you want, how that you need a detailed TestNG tutorial. So I'll definitely create TestNG, detailed TestNG tutorial videos, okay. And if you have any doubt on this video, please do a comment on this video, I'll try to resolve that problem, okay. Thank you for watching, and also if you like this video, please do share with others, and also please do not forget to subscribe my channel, and please click on the bell icon also to get notification for the new videos. Thank you.